open. Yung mga notebook niyo po pala, 'pag pumunta po kayo dito, kunin niyo na po yung notebook ninyo kasi nai-stock ko dito yung mga notes. Okay, so the discussion is composed of the following topics. So we have 4 topics for today. We have the CERT, Computer Emergency Response Team, the Cybersecurity Framework and Standard, Cybersecurity Law and Government Policy, Public-Private Partnership, and Cybersecurity. So first, let us define CERT. CERT stands for Computer Emergency Response Team. So sila po yung rumiresponde every time na merong nangyayaring attack. So this CERT is created in the year 1988. Kung naalala ninyo or nadaanan ninyo yung Morris worms. So Morris worm is the first, can be considered the first cyber attack na wherein merong si Morris nakadevelop pala siya. Maybe it's an accidental, nakadevelop siya ng worm that affects almost all the computer in the world. Kasi nung unang panahon, 1988, kunti pa lang naman yung computer sa internet. Okay, CERT is also known as the CSIR or Computer Security Incident Response Team. We have the purpose of which is to respond to cybersecurity incidents, reduce damage, and improve coordination. Okay. Other responsibilities, they are responsible for incident detection and analysis, response coordination, internal and external. Internal, ibig sabihin, within the organization, external, outside. And then, containment and recovery, post-incident review, threat intelligence sharing, security awareness, and training. Type of CERT. So, yung, yan, meron tayong 4. We have the national CERT. Ito yung nation level. We have the example, US, CERT PH, CERT IN for India, CERT PH for Philippines, US CERT for US. And we also have the organizational CERT. This is the CERT within the organization. So within the organization, kung meron silang ICT unit or IT department, meron ding CERT na department within the academe and or corporation. Another is sector specific. So these are the CERT within the sector. For example, sa health sectors, sa finances, yan. Those sector also have their CERT. And we have the regional. Regional, ito yung mga by continent. We have the INISA, Africa CERT, and some other in different regions. I think that we also have for Asia. Okay, so, oops, keyword number 1. Okay. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, we have keyword number 2. Balikan ko yung keyword number 1 later. Okay. May keyword po para sa natin. Keyword number 2 is the sabi ko sa kanina, we have sector-specific CERT. Okay. So, under sector-specific specific na CERT, we need to remember na meron tayo dito sa healthcare. Ang tawag naman natin dun ay sa, let me review. Okay, the protected health information. So, dito naman, ayan, ipapahapyawan lang natin yung search dito. Ayan. So, under CERT, under healthcare, meron tayong tinatawag na protected health information. Bakit kasama yung health sa CERT? Kasi dito sa healthcare, nandyan yung mga dyan din yung mga information ng lahat ng citizen with regard to health and their personal data. Yung data natin sa health, it is protected under data privacy law. Ang tawag naman natin dyan or ang concern natin dyan is to protected health information. Okay, that is keyword number 2. And then, to continue with, in the Philippines, we have the CERT PH. In the Philippines, it's operate under the Cybersecurity Bureau of the ICT. The staff by the security analysts and engineers. So this is cybersecurity engineers. Okay, hindi to engineer na civil engineers or mechanical. These are cybersecurity engineers. Next is they coordinate with the private and public sector for incident response. Okay, so the list are the cybersecurity standard and framework. So, iisa-isahin natin siya. So, yan. NIST. NIST framework. So, this is cybersecurity framework, the CSF, cybersecurity framework. So, it covers the identify, protect, detect, response, and recover. This is developed by the U.S. National Institute of Standard and Technology. The NIST and SF provide a flexible, repeatable, cost-effective framework for managing security risks. So when you say framework, something that we follow and uh, to mitigate and to improve security posture. So we have identify means to understand the business context, resources, and risks to manage cybersecurity effort. Next, to protect, implement, safeguard to limit or contain the impact of potential cybersecurity event. Next is to detect, develop, and implement processes to identify cybersecurity incidents quickly. Next is respond, take action regarding the detection incident to contain the impact. And the last one is recover, restore capabilities and services inspired by cybersecurity incidents. So NIST is used by government. So it is critical infrastructure in private enterprise worldwide. Help align cybersecurity goals with business outcomes. Next is the CIS. The CIS control or critical security controls. So developed by the Center of Internet Security. So naalala natin, Internet CIS, Center for Internet Security. Center for Internet Security, gumawa sila ng IT certs. We called it the CIS controls. Then it is highly actionable and practical. Okay. Next, we have another uh, framework and standard. So, dadaanan natin yung ISACA or ISC squared or the COBIT, CISSP, CISM certification. So, ano yung mga certification? When we say being certified, parang, di ba, pag, kalalabas pa lang, di ba, parang last week, meron pa lang passers, di ba, sa electrical engineering. Yung examination, it's give us certain standard na ito, marunong ito kasi pasado siya sa exam. Okay. Let's say, yung sa, ano yan, professional, ano yung CSC exam, di ba? Pag nakalagay nun, pag pumasa ka, ano yan, nakalagay na ano yan, sub-pro ka or professional, ganyan. So, ganun din sa cybersecurity. To be considered na you are in a standard or you can work in the field. So, these are certification that will justify if he or she is capable to work in a certain area. Okay. So, with this, meron tayong, actually, I discussed here only 3. Yan. So, meron dito si ISACA under COVID. COVID is Control Objective for Information and Related Technology. Governance frameworks that help organization align IT goal and business strategies focus on risk management, control, and compliance. Under the ISACA is the CISM, Certified Information Security Manager. A globally respected credential for managing, designing, and overseeing enterprise information security programs. Yeah. Next is the ISC squared, the CISSP, Certified Information System Security Professional. So, sabi ko nga kanina, so if we're going to compare this sa mga examination, this certified that a certain person is capable or qualified to do tasks. under cybersecurity. So it's a recognized globally, and recognized as the gold standard in information security certification. It's cover the 8 domains such as security and risk management, communication, and software development security. Other certification, we have the CCSP, SSCP for system security, and more. And we also have, uh, oh, palang, skip. Ayan, ano lang yung slide. Next is another certification or cybersecurity certification is under the CompTIA certification. This framework of certification provide professional development, common language, and structured approach to cybersecurity governance, structure, and operation. So nakita nyo, kada isang ano dyan, kada isang level, yan ay isang certification. So when you're already in the industry, you will encounter ito, yan, yung CompTIA certificate. So hindi lang naman kasi cybersecurity path ni yan. So ito yung pinaka-specialist. Ito yung pinakaunang exam. After taking one from this exam, you can fundamentals and then you can choose any specialization from the next step. So ganyan po yung nag-run yung cybersecurity path ni CompTIA. Okay. To continue, we have the COVID. Ayan, designed by ISCAA for IT security. So, kumbaga hindi lang basta meron siyang security objectives. Next, useful for executive and auditors. Kasi ito parang ano to eh, parang ganun din, parang ISO, ganyan, certifying body na magsasabi kung nasa standard ka. Okay. Next is, siguro ito yung pinaka-familiar, the ISO. Under ISO, we have the ISO 27001, which is the Information System Management System, the ISMS. It is a globally recognized standard by the International Organization for Standardizations and the International Electrotechnical Commission, the IEC. Yan. For establishing, implementing, maintaining, and improving the ISMS. So yung ISMS, yan po yung standard ng Information System Management, Information Security Management System. So within the organization, this certify if the organization is following the standard in security. Okay, so core function, we have to plan, do, check, and act. Ano yung plan? Plan the ISMS scope. So, titingnan kung ano-ano yung mga parte ng ISMS. So, this start from physical to technical to managerial level of management. Next is do implement the control and procedure based on the identified risk. Next is to check, monitor, audit, and evaluate the ISMS performance and effectiveness and act. Take corrective action and drive continuous improvement. So, when the organization, the ISMS, it will be certified and proved to stakeholder that they follow best practices in information security. And this can also be aligned to another certification under ISO, ISO 9001, which is the quality management, or ISO 22301, the business continuity. Yan. So, marami dito sa framework ni ISO. Next is the ISA. The ISA, ENISA, European European Union Agency for Cybersecurity. So kung meron tayo sa Philippines, meron din sa European Union. So European Union, EU, is a member states. Kumbaga maraming state dito sa loob ng EU. At gumawa sila ng isang frame. Ito ning tinatawag natin na ENISA. It's enhanced resilience and contribute to unified digital policy across sector like healthcare, finances, and energy. Ano yung rules niya? It publish threat landscape reports, guidance, and training facilitate incident response cooperation. It's implement the NIS2 directive and the EU cybersecurity month and support the development of EU cybersecurity certification scheme. Ayan. So, ano yung let's have a little highlight dito sa NIS. Ano yung NIS2? It is the national balikan ko para mas directives. Okay, so this is when you say this directive, bakit 2 saka bakit yan, bakit bakit siya naging 2 kasi parang merong 1. Yan, the Network and Information Security Directive. So based on this certain article, bakit siya naging 2, bakit may yan, because there is already changes. Kumbaga noong 2023 nag-leveling o nag-level up yung mga rules natin sa Network Information and Security Directives. So kaya siya mayroong 2. So ano ngayon dito? Si ENISA under European Union, they have a critical role in the implementation of the Network Information Security Directives. And also, they host the UE Cybersecurity Month. So, more on UE po ito. Okay, so keyword number 1. Keyword 1. Kanina mayroon ng 2, the PHI, and then yung 1 is EU, para na matandaan natin. EU stands for Europe, European Union. Next, another set of standard is what we call the PCI DSS. This is the standard and payment card industry data security standard. So ito yung paggamit ng mga credit card, yung mga Visa, Mastercard, GCB, yung mga nakita natin nasa likod ng mga cards, ng ATM cards, ng debit or credit card. It's this standard ensure handling of credit card data to protect against data breaches, fraud, and unauthorized access. The key requirements on this is secure networks. It means that there must be a proper firewall encryption and system security, protect data, vulnerability management, access control, monitoring policy. So within this, ito yung nagsasabi na kung halimbawa, itong sample si Visa, kung paano niya poprotektahan yung mga user ng credit card or any form of electronic card or payment card industry. Okay, so the payment card industry security standards is protection of card holder payment data. Okay. For keyword number 3, we have PCI, Payment Card Industry. Next. Ayan. Bumalik tayo dito. Ayan. So under this, under pa rin sa certification, ayan, nasabi ko na kanina, ito, mga certifying body. Under this, meron pa tayong iba na certifying body. Ito naman ang mga certifying body na to. This is international standard and even recognized internationally. So, ibig sabihin, pag sa ibang bansa ka, recognized to, hindi ito katulad ng halimbawa, yung CSC. So, ibig sabihin, dito lang yan sa Pilipinas. Kasi, ang nag-implement nun is, dito. Pero itong mga certification na binabanggit natin, this is international. Yung mga nagtitake nito, hindi kailangan na maging citizen ka ng country na yon para makatake nito. Unlike sa halimbawa, tayo ng professional teacher or lawyer, kailangan Filipino citizen ka. Sa kanila, may problema doon. So, ibig sabihin, yung other citizen, hindi pwedeng makapag-take. So, ito, walang problema. International yung covered nito. So, ano-ano pa yung mga yon? So, kanina, sinabi ko na itong Security Plus. This is sa entry level. This cover the foundational security skills. Actually, dyan galing yung mga lesson natin. Next is the CISA. This is the intermediate. Focuses on behavioral analytics, threat detection, and response. Next is the pen test. Specialized for ethical hacking and penetration testing professionals. And then we have the CAS P+, Advanced for experienced security professional in enterprise security architecture and leadership roles. So this framework and certification provide professional development that have a common language, structure, and approach to cybersecurity governance and structures and operation. Okay, another is the IEEE and the IETF. Doon muna tayo sa IETF, Internet Engineering Task Force. So, itong dalawang ito, they contribute foundational standard that support encryption, interoperability, secure device connectivity across the internet and enterprise system. So, yung IETF, Internet Engineering Task Force, it's enabled the internet to function securely and efficiently. Example ng IETF, under IETF, we have the TLS. Kung naalala ninyo, yung sa networking 1 and 2, siguro ninyo, nandun mga different level. Tapos nandun si TLS, the Transport Layer Security. Under Transport Layer, mayroong TLS, the Transport Layer Security. We have the IPsec, OAuth, and it's play major role in securing communication protocols. Next is the IEEE, the Institute for Electrical and Electronic Engineering. So, ito sila din yung nag-develop yung 802.11 for Wi-Fi encryptions. Yan. And then, IoT device security. They support research and best practices in emerging areas like quantum encryption, 5G security, and AI-driven cybersecurity. Okay, let's go to the highlights. So, mga nabanggit ko kanina. Yung NIST, CSF, these are national and enterprise use. CIS control is tactical and prioritized. Si ISO naman is policy-driven, tapos certification focus. Si COVID is IT governance and risk alignment. The PCI is for finance, technical control. Kaya nga siya for, payment. Okay. Punta na tayo ngayon sa cybersecurity laws and global view. So yan, meron lang akong tatlo. I have here US, European, and Philippines. So under US, meron silang, ito yung mga batas na saklaw yung cybersecurity. Ayan. So, we have the CISA, Cybersecurity Information Sharing Act. It's encouraged na mag-share ng mga breaches, information, mga ano yan, para in case na mayroon, for example, there is a certain attacks in certain private entities. So, si CISA, doon nagkakaroon ng sharing of information para sa ibang entities, hindi na magkakaroon ng safe incidents. And we also have the CFAA, Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. Yan na dapat decriminalize and unauthorized access to system. Okay, balikan natin. Dahil ito ay law, para malinaw, no? So, isang batas, dapat hindi mo tinatago. Yan, para malinaw tayo. Under CISA or under Cybersecurity Information Sharing, for example, may nangyaring breach sa'yo, na-disclose yung mga information ng mga buyer mo or mga e-commerce yun na store, dapat isi-share mo siya sa government and on private entity. Kung private entity ka naman, ikaw, or government yung mini-mention dito, ang point lang dito, dapat isi-share mo siya. Sasabihin mo na, okay, yung mga account na to is already exploited. Para alam mo, no, isa ako doon sa na-breach na account. So, para alam ko. So, this act encourages to share. Next is the HIPAA, the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. It's Secure Electronic Protection of Health Information. So, the EPHI. So, ito yung isang keyword kanina. PHI. Next is the FISMA, the Federal Information Security Modernization Act, sets security standard for federal agencies. Next is the GLBA, the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, that requires financial institutions to protect customer data. Okay, so yan. Okay, so yan under cybersecurity laws under US. Next, we have the European Union. We have the GDPR. May next discussion pa ako dito sa GDPR. Pero ang point natin dito, under the cybersecurity law, GDPR is the General Data Protection Regulation. It's applied to any entity processing data of EU citizen. So, pinoprotektahan nito yung EU citizen regardless of location. Halimbawa, dito ko sa Pilipinas, yung involved sa na-breach na data or customer ng isang e-commerce sa Pilipinas ay taga-EU, so covered siya ng EU under GDPR. So, dapat poprotektahan mo kung ano man yung sinabi nito sa GDPR. Key right, access, correct, delete, and consent. Dapat yung data na hawak-hawak mo na EU citizen, may karapatan sila na ma-access, ma-correct, ma-delete, at dapat may consent pag gagamitin yung data. It requires 72 hours breach notification and heavy fine for non-compliance of to 20 million. I don't know, ano nga yung nito, pound? Or 4% of the global turnover. So, pag hindi nag-comply, baka yung yung isang, let's say, website, tapos na-involve ang EU citizen doon, pag hindi nag-comply ng notification, magbibigay ng fine. So, hindi madali ang mag-handle ng isang website na protected. Hindi basta-basta. Okay, let's go to the Philippines. Under the Philippines, we have the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. It's addressed the crimes such as hacking, cyber libel, identity theft, child pornography. And we have the Data Privacy Act of 2012 also under RA 10-17-3. It's create the National Privacy Commission or NPC. Mandate properly handling, storage, and disposal of personal data. Next is the E-Commerce Act. So, yan, pag mga involved tayo sa e-commerce, so dapat alam natin yung batas under e-commerce. It recognizes electronic document and signature as legally valid. support digital transaction and business growth. Okay, ano yung mga nag-enforce under Philippines na mga batas na ito? We have the DOJ, we have the PNP under Anti-Cybercrime Group, ECG, NBI Cybercrime Division. Yan yung tatlo. So, keyword number 3, we have the ACG. Yan, Anti-Cybercrime Group. So, yung tatlo na yan na is the enforcing body ng cybercrime law or cybersecurity law under the Philippines. The importance of this or mga legal frameworks, it promotes trust and accountability, is aligned with global cybersecurity norms, it enables prosecution of cyber criminals and cross-border cooperations. So, kung naalala natin yung mga pugo, mga incidents na involve yung mga cybercrime within the Philippines or outside the Philippines na involve yung Pilipino, so under po yan ng mga legal cooperations and framework. Okay, before we end up yung cybersecurity or legal legal policy, let's go to international cybersecurity policy. Yung mga international cybersecurity policy, ito naman yung, so I have here, ano yung importante nito, importance ng apat na to. This is used for cross-border jurisdiction and coordination. So yung kinasabi natin cross-border, pag yung mga involved between continent na yung gagamitin ko, between continent, di ba kasi internet is everywhere, so yung involvement within each continent, yun para para mahuli, magkaroon ng coordination. So meron tayong international cybersecurity policy. So nabanggit ko kanina under us sa atin sa Philippines, we are under the Asian Cyber Strategy. So we have the ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations Cybersecurity Strategy, which aim to enhance security cooperation and cybersecurity across Southeast Asia, focusing on collective action against cybercrime and fostering trust in the digital system. Ito naman si EU Cybersecurity Act, effective 2020, it's aimed to strengthen cybersecurity across the European Union. Next is the EU Cyber Solution, develop a series of cybersecurity resolution and initiative to encourage international cooperation. And we have the Budapest Convention, also known as the Council of European Convention on Cybercrime, the first international treaty aimed at addressing crime committed via internet and other computer network. And it is signed 2021. And so, internet world, cyberspace is not totally free. When say free, hindi yung free na free sa pera, kundi ibig sabihin na free that we can do anything. Okay. Yan. For the last topic, we have the PPP or public-private partnership. Yan. It is a collaborative effort between government entities and private sectors to enhance national and global cybersecurity. It is helped improve detection, enhancement, and response time, ensure that resources are allocated efficiently, and fight against cybercrime and cyber attack. So, paano? So, ito yung strategy. It promotes information sharing, collaboration in response, access to resources and expertise, and fostering trust. So, yung mini-mention natin na public-private, yung public, that is the government, and the private other entities, which is not the government, but they are having a partnership to share, collaborate, share information, mga threats information. They share, they also coordinate in an event of cyber attacks, and then share resources. Okay. Under this, ayan, example, under the ISAC sector, the Information Sharing and Analysis Center, which is a real-time information on cyber threats. We have the CISA GCD, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, which is a joint cyber defense cooperation. We have the NATO, diba? Ano yung NATO? North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So kung may, ano din to, isang parang isang grupo din or groups ng country. Alam, siguro naririnig naman natin yan sa mga movies, yung NATO, ganyan, EU, yung part ng North Atlantic. Yan. So dito, sa NATO, meron din silang partnership under PPP, Industry Cyber Partnership. It's encourage joint research and development of advanced security tools and capability. Next, we have the Cyber Threat Alliance, the CTA. It's a global forum on cyber expertise, focus on sharing cyber threat data, including tactics, techniques, and procedures. So kung isa-summarize natin, yung purpose ng PPP is more on sharing. Okay, more on sharing information between public and private entities. Okay, sa Philippines, ano yung mga involved din sa PPP? So we have the NSCP, National Cybersecurity Plan, ayan, for PPP. So yung ano yan, ito, I think na-mention ko na rin to before sa ibang lecture ko, yung NSCP of 2022 is the National Cybersecurity Plan of the Philippines. Next is the DICT partner with Bank Telcos Technologies. Next is the CERT coordination across sectors, cybersecurity PH and PNPACG for outreach. Okay, summary. Ano-ano yung mga diniscuss natin? We have discussed the search, the development of CERT, bakit nagkaroon ng CERT, kailan yun nangyari, 1988. Yan, rapid response team for any cyber threat. May iba-iba tayong type ng CERT for industry, government, and for different sector. Frameworks, when we say framework, it is a standard or guide or practices that include standard of the organization and standard for the professionals, yung mga certification as professional and certification as certifying body for organization or the nation. Next is law. We have a set of legal accountability and data protection for different countries, and we also focuses on the Philippines. And next, we have the PPP, Improved Detection and Cooperation Resilience. So, that is the summary. To wrap it up, as closing, so when we are pertaining to laws, pertaining to what we should do and what we should not do. So, let's think that based dito sa Hebrew 12:11 that no discipline will seems pleasant. Parang it's a hassle to follow to follow laws or ano yan, mga standard, but later on, however, it produces the harvest of righteousness, peace for those who have been trained by it. So let's train ourselves doing what is good and doing what is right and everything that that we do. So ganun din tayo sa cyber world, that there should be rules that we should follow, or we should respect, hindi lang as a person but as a country or as a citizen, and also the citizen of other countries. Okay? Ayan.